I need to... Anyway, hello YouTube. But speaking of YouTube, Twitch is annoying me. They limited the... So you can only have 100 hours of videos stored anymore. And so I can't make new highlights of the last stream to export those right now, because I need to delete 100 and whatever hours of video, because I have way too many hours of video stored on Twitch. And it's just like... It's very annoying. And I also really... I don't know. I don't remember. What did they tweeted it out? Let's see. Twitter.com, because that's the right domain. Even if it, you know, forwards somewhere else, that's still the correct one. What did they tweet out? Was it not the main account? No, it was not the main account. It was like Twitch support. That's the one. We're implementing a 100-hour storage limit for highlights and uploads starting 4/19. So April 19th. I assume that means, you know. This won't apply to past podcasts or clips, but highlights. And that's what I use to export like the individual episodes and not the whole stream. And then the annoying thing is less than 0.5% of streamers exceed 100 hours. I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. And this content accounts for less than 0.1% of hours of watch. That I can believe, because like the vast majority of the watch time is live. But I don't believe that there's only 0.5% of streamers who exceed 100 hours, because I have like 200 and whatever hours, and I don't even stream that much. And I don't like store all my streams on Twitch. They're gone, right? It's just the highlights. It's just like when I export stuff to YouTube for like episodes and like clips, I guess, and I don't know, like a few of the old streams are still there from like 12 years ago, 11 years ago. Anyway. Stupid Twitch. Very annoying. Is it fear of bridges? Does it only apply to like the structures, or also to actors like Jeff Bridges and Beau Bridges? How do you feel about those bridges? You do as well, depending on height, size, apparent stability. Same question there. Like how tall does like Jeff Bridges have to be for you to be okay with him? And how apparently stable. Anyway, right, where were we? So right, we have you logged in and no clue whatsoever how to get your children's names and pictures and professions, which is a bit of an issue. Then we have you correct now, and we can't add the photo, but we had your name as the changed name, not the real name. And then this we didn't have there yet because it like locked in before I could put it there. Yeah, and like Lisa we had as military, but ex-military. And then presumably, I don't know, we didn't read anything else, so just maybe housewife? I don't know. Because I don't think you can be... There's no like veteran or anything. So there's not, you know, we can't do anything there. So we'll leave that there for now, see if it locks or not. And then we have you, which, this is annoying me, because I feel like we've done, maybe Media Mogul, like that's the last thing we changed, but then still not sure about the name, because she also changed it to Nia, but is that... Like that's not her birth name, so this should be right now, but I don't know. And then yeah, the thing I'm not sure about how long it's gonna take is this, because there is something, you know, we have to be extra sleuthy, and I don't know that we can do that, or I can do that, because I don't know how much of my brain I have available to me right now. So we'll see. But we've used all our pictures, so we don't have anything left there. Other than this one, but this one's there. We just can't put it there yet. Right, so we need to figure out an angle to find Susan Ford's and Thomas Hughes' children's names, and yeah, then go from there, I guess. And I don't really have any ideas for that. Hello to the lake, how's it going? Tea's gone cold. Anyway, it's fine. It's just the last sip. All right. So. I'm pretty sure we tried both the names, and then Susan Ford and Susan Hughes. So like both versions of her name and his name in all of the periodicals and stuff. We can't really look at the Scour anymore. But I mean, the Scour doesn't really help, probably. Because we know Thomas Hughes is deaf, but if the children, well, one of them might be deaf too, possibly, because like, that could be like an inherited kind of thing. But like the other kid is not his, so there would be no reason to assume that there could be, you know, he could still be deaf, but like, I don't know. I also don't know if that's maybe that could also just be. Yeah, we don't know. Because the thing is, like, he was upset about the current pregnancy, but I don't know. So, and then they split. So either that was the second one. I don't know. I don't know. The timeline is confusing me. The timeline is confusing me. There's just nothing there. And what's the school called again? Grand of Scour for the death. Stafford is a website. Working on Scour for over 15 years, not deaf herself, but learned sign language to communicate with the deaf. It mentions that she was responsible for securing funding for the Hudson Wing. But there's no... That is different, right? Hudson Wing was an expansion to Grand of Dove, first built in 82, separate much smaller building, half block from the main campus. Before Hudson Wing existed, used for service. Hudson Wing opened, became the first teacher of the new campus, only operated on weekdays. But this is different, right? This has looked like this wasn't there, right? Interesting. I think that has changed. It did patch again. I don't think Miss Ford is like a good search term for anything, but maybe. But like none of these, like it has to be the Butler County Times. Like nowhere else makes sense for like a school principal to show up. I think. Okay, if you look for the new name of the school, then we get this. That makes... I think, how have we never done that? Grandeur Scour for the Deaf has made a few odd appearances here and there in the Butler County Times since 1990. Now we got everything, I think. It's not too many that you can't look at all of them, and so after scrolling through a few pages, you manage to find something incredibly useful in an article that isn't even focused on the school itself. Local students provide key evidence in scientific study. The article from March of this year, 1999, mentions that the Ford sisters, who attend public school in Butler County, are one of only a handful of identical twins. They are twins. I was going to say they could be twins. Then I just didn't. But yeah, that does make sense, because then there's only one pregnancy. Which makes more sense than like two kids that are both Guy Hudson's kids, or since they broke up when she was pregnant, then they would have had to have a kid first And I think that timeline just didn't add up. I mean, I don't know. Because I don't know. We don't have any birthdays. And they, yeah, you know, we only know when the name changed, not when they actually got together. Whatever. But yeah. Anyway. Pregnancy can be more than one baby at a time. Yes. Too many names for the same location. Yes. Also that. Anyway. So they're one of only a handful of identical twins in the world who suffer from two different genetic issues. One of them has asthma, and the other has a deadly allergy to peanuts. I have asthma, or I had asthma. I don't have a peanut allergy, though. Their mother, Miss Susie Ford, who's principal at the nearby Grandorf School for the Deaf, was originally contacted by researchers looking to identify if there were any sets of twins where one was born deaf and the other was not. Though she didn't have any twins attending her school, she asked if her daughters, Melissa and Heather, could be used for, and it turns out they were. Let's make a note of that. We're not going to look at that anymore, but it's fine. And it turns out they were. She says they couldn't be more different. My youngest, we are car at that, even though it's only by about 15 minutes, is shy, but essentially hasn't stopped running from the moment she learned to scamper. Asthma has kept her sister off the soccer field, but she's the definition of extrovert and is even performing in a local production of Is There Life After High School later this year. The article includes a picture of the girls added to your evidence. Nice. Is There Life After High School? Is There Life After High School is a musical. It's quite obscure, only appearing on Broadway for 17 performances after a preview period. Nowadays, it's mostly performed by smaller theater troupes, including high school drama clubs. If you couldn't tell by now, a game designer by the name of Jeremy Johnston was in musical theater all 4 years of high school. That tracks, I think. There's one song from it that has somewhat surpassed the popularity of the rest of the musical called The Kid Inside. Please give me a rendition of The Kid Inside. If you'd like to listen to it, recommend Barry Manilow's version. No, I want one in-game. Barry Manilow is not gonna be copyright free. I mean, I guess this is also not gonna be copyright free. If it's like, I guess it depends on how old the whatever. If you've heard that song before, it's likely that cover. I don't know that I have heard it. It doesn't ring a bell, but I might have. I don't know. I've heard music in my life that, you know, I'm not aware of, you know, like title and artist-wise, so who knows. You have both. It was originally a twin, but you consumed them in the womb. Maybe you got their asthma. Maybe, yeah. Maybe you were... You also have orange hair like Guy Hudson. You know? I don't know. That's something to think about. The entire musical deals entirely with the traumas and nostalgia that society collectively shares about their formative years, which feels appropriately thematic for this game. I've always thought of it as somewhat ironic that they have high school theater clubs perform it, though. Anyways, the keyword in the Butler County Times article was local. I don't think that's the keyword. I want The Kid Inside. Shame. You're a secret Roottrie? Yes, you're rich. That would be a plot twist. That would be a plot twist. You'd wear the t-shirt either way. Fair. It's a good shirt, I think. I wonder if they actually are selling it. I've not looked. What was I thinking about? I don't know. Right, let's look at the picture. This photo accompanied an article about a scientific study in the Butler County Times. The 4 twins were used as part of a nationwide study of how allergies and other diseases affect twins differently. The twin on the left is holding an inhaler, and the twin on the right is holding an EpiPen. That makes sense, I guess. So you're, you know, peanut allergy and your asthma. Kind of old school inhaler. I had like one that was like a disc. That you'd open it up, and then it had like a thing to pour on the side, and then there was like an opening. I also had one of those though. I think like the disc one was much cooler. Anyway. Who's who again? Youngest is shy, essentially doesn't stop running. The moment she learned to scamper. Asthma is kept a sister of the Scour. So the older one has asthma. Can we figure out who's who, or do we have to guess the first names? Melissa and Heather. I mean, can we find a local production? Like, it did say the keyword is local. Can I find... But then public school in Butler County. Which can I find the high score? Not like that. Do we have like a school name or something? I don't remember if we have anything like that. Not even be high score. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Like, you know, wait, how old are they? They must be older than that. Does the timeline work out there? Wait, 99. They attend public school. They're at most... I guess that works out. Because when was... Susan Ford has been moved to office staff in 1980. So it could be like 18. Maybe. I guess we can also look at the... Yeah, we could like find out the Thomas Hughes thing, and then there's I think there's a date on that too. And then she's pregnant at that point already, and then, yeah, we could guesstimate anyway. I only give you old Green Hills here where you live. Boring. Your asthma is induced by exercise. Lethargic lifestyle is healthy for you. I mean, it's not the worst that could happen. The younger was the peanut allergy. Yeah? That's the EpiPen, right? But I don't know her name. One of them is Heather and the other one is Melissa. Do we just go in order? Maybe something else is still wrong, because we don't have anything left. That's the annoying part. Let's just try inverting them, I guess. Nope. I think I want them the other way then. I mean, it could be cottage. I don't know. No, it's from this year. They are not done with Scour. Yeah, we need 5, I think, but we have 5 technically. I just don't know which one is wrong. Anyway. Photo depicts Lisa Clementine, who lost an arm in Operation Desert Saber. According to the article, women were not subject to direct combat. Lisa was in a vehicle at the time. Yes. I ran to Lisa just after her surgery and took this picture. Then until she shipped out, I kept finding excuses to go back and take more pictures of her. I guess it was fate, because that's the photo that won me an award, got me into your magazine, and also led to my engagement. Just earlier this week, she agreed to become Mrs. Lincoln. But I don't know... What do you do? I mean, where's the creepy baby photo? Maybe she also works there? I don't know though, it doesn't say that. But maybe they opened that photography thing together. We don't have photographer though. Nothing seems like a good fit. Anyway, although I do my best gaming, how's it going? I don't know what is wrong. I do have these two right? Okay, let's just... Inhaler on the left, EpiPen on the right. So EpiPen is the younger one. Yeah, the youngest is shy, hasn't stopped running, has a peanut allergy, and the older one has asthma. How do I find this? Seems like a high schooler in Butler County performed Is There a Life of the High Schooler near the end of April 1999. The cast list mentions some names, including a Heather Ford. Okay, so then we have the names. So Heather is the asthma one, which is the older one, because the younger one is running around. Okay, so that's how we get the names right. I think that's right. That's right to me. Because like older means born first. Younger means born second. And we do go left to right, right? Oldest, youngest. Yes. So these two are right. I'm confident. I have no idea if you are right, because you are weird. Anyway. I'm sure you are right. If your name is actually really Cricket, which I think is true. That wasn't a stage name, right? And then I don't know if you're a housewife or not, and I don't know if you're right at all, because you're weird. But like, yeah, no, it's not your, we need your birth name. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, it's just as the surname is from birth. Not sure about the first name. Do we have anyone who changed their first name and we had to change it? I don't remember. There's some nicknames that were not their actual names, but I don't know if we had one instance of them actually changing the name legally. I don't know. Could be classed as a student rather than an actor. I guess so, maybe. I mean, she is an actress though, so... That didn't lock, I don't know. I wish we would have found these two sooner, because then we'd have like other things left now. It would be easier to figure out. I guess, no, I'm confident in these two anyway. I just don't know which of these is wrong. And I'm annoyed by that. Right. No run resorts. Fairly common name, okay. But if you do Nia, we get that. She continued to work in television until 1988 when Brazil began its period of reform. I don't know. But yeah, massive media group owned and run by a mysterious woman named Sonia Alvarez. That has to be that has to be media mogul. Like, what else would it be? That seems like it's just right. And if this is him, then this is her. Also, we have no other pictures, so it's gotta be you. Okay, so you're Lisa Lincoln now. Maybe we look for that. Lisa Lincoln is, according to a military website, you find an amputee who lost a limb in Desert Storm. Wasn't it Saber? She runs a support group for fellow veterans in Beacon, New York. Okay, is that her profession? She makes another appearance listed as a professor at West Point, a military college. Okay, she has a job. We just never looked up her new name since she got married. I should have read the rest of this too, but we come back anyway, it's fine. Nice. Booyah, indeed.
Hi again. I know you probably thought you were done.
No, I didn't.
But it turns out what you're doing here might have some pretty major repercussions on the family tree.
Yeah, I know.
Again.
Sure.
Also, there's something really strange happening. I can't explain it.
Like what?
Neither of us can.
I'd call it a simple misunderstanding, but it's digging at the pit of my stomach. I just have a feeling. Clark?
Last week, let's just say being the president, sometimes people bring me things.
I mean, that's a weird way to phrase it. You're the president of the company, but like saying being the president makes it sound like you're the president, not a president. Anyway.
Just skip to the important part.
Right. One of our janitors brought me some hair she'd found in Ruby Spratt's trash. It was Bonnie Hudson's.
Who's Bonnie again? Guy's wife? Is she Bonnie? Who's Bonnie? Why was there hair? How did they know it's her hair? But yeah, I mean, Ruby Spratt was suspicious from the get-go, so I'm not surprised there's something going on with Ruby. But like, how do you know? Like, if you find, like, okay, so you find hair in the trash. How do you know whose hair it is? Unless it's like in like an evidence bag. But then why would she throw it away that way? I don't know. This is confusing.
Bonnie is Guy's sister.
Sister, okay.
She'd sent us her hair to test potential Roottrees, since her DNA is closest to Guy's.
Oh, and then the lawyer threw out the hair and replaced it with different hair so that the DNA wouldn't match. Because she's, you know, a lawyer. Anyway.
But Ruby threw it out, and I wasn't sure why she would have done that. Especially right before we began testing the tree you provided. When I asked, she told me she thought the samples needed to be fresh every time they did a test.
It seems really odd. Ruby was the one who convinced us to do DNA testing in the first place. She seemed so knowledgeable, I don't like it.
Ruby is another Rootree. Ruby is someone else's, you know, child or something. And they don't want to share the money, so they... I don't know, maybe she's not related, but there's something like that.
You've done more of a deep dive on these people than anybody else has. Clark will keep a closer eye on the DNA tests from now on. You have an eye for anomalies. We need you to find the smoking guns.
If there's anyone you're 100% positive can't be a Roottree,
Or any you've got definitive evidence are Roottrees, then we might be able to catch Ruby in a lie.
How can I definitively prove anything? Like, I wasn't there for the moment of conception for any of those, so I don't have any proof. How could I, you know? Anyway, I wanted to finish reading that. She teaches classes that contribute to their environmental engineering major. Her short biography on the staff page mentions that she had a passion for the military from a very young age due to erroneously believing that a family member was an Air Force pilot. But she later learned that to be untrue, her passion remained and she joined ROTC in high school. From there she enlisted. After returning from Desert Storm, she earned her degree and relocated to West Point to teach a few years ago. Okay. Yeah, we didn't really get anything, just this. After putting together the tree of potential new Rootrees, Clark and Sam appeared at your door together. According to Clark, Ruby Spratt, the company's lawyer, was caught throwing away the DNA samples from Bonnie Hudson. These were intended to be used to test new potential Rootrees. Something doesn't sit right with Sam, and the two of them ask for your help. They're hoping that with your evidence and understanding of the family tree, you could verify which people in the dotted boxes are almost certainly legitimate Rootrees, very unlikely to be legitimate Rootrees, and which of them are too ambiguous to make a decision one way or another. That's tough. Additionally, with the suspicion on Ruby Spratt, it's possible that some of her behaviors in the past have also been cast into doubt. A new section of the tree has been added for you to fill in. Because Ruby Spratt ruled out the anonymon, right? So that one might have been legit already as well. Filling in this person is optional. Now's the time to review all possible Rootrees and input your deductions. You'll then be able to end your search and reveal the truth. You have 13 possible Rootrees left to identify. God, that's hard. It's like I have to mark them as like a... What are the three options? Check mark, question mark, or X. Is Ruby a redhead? Maybe. Maybe she's also a Roottree. Who knows? I mean, I'm pretty confident all of these are, because like he paid like... So like Thomas Hughes thought that he wasn't the father for some reason. Like he just like... Some reason... While she was still pregnant, so it wasn't like the children didn't look like him or whatever. It was before that, so I don't know. And it did split up, and she did get $250,000 from Guy. So that seems plausible for sure. Sonia received, I don't know how much money, but also a lot of money. And the guy has red hair, so I don't know. That also seems like a very strong correlation. She might not be. Because there was the whole, like, IVF thing. She might have just, like, you know. She might not even have had, like, an affair. I don't know. So I feel like this one is maybe, like, the least likely of these ones here. Now, this one, I don't know. We'd have to check the timeline again. But I think that makes sense. And he was DNA tested, right? But maybe that's a scam. Because now the DNA tests are in question, you know? That's tough. Yeah, and Bonnie is the sister, right? Patricia was the wife. And she's died. She's dead. I don't know how they would have had her here. I guess they could have exhumed her or something, but like, I don't know if there would have been hair left. Anyway, so yes, that makes more sense. I mean, there was also the conspiracy that she didn't really die, so that could have also been like a thing. Not her. Well, not him, her anyway. Twins are in the Roottree family. That is true. That is another reason to believe that they are legitimate Rootrees. I mean, he's like that one's tough. I don't know. Like, we know nothing about Bess Williams other than, you know, she wrote a book, died in a hurricane. We have that. This is really weak. This whole thing. And Mark. I mean, like, I don't know, but I feel like the guy who became a police officer is not Miracule's son, but the guy who smuggled crocodiles in an airplane is definitely Miracule's son. You know? You agree? Yeah, I mean, it just makes so much sense, right? Like, you know, I don't know. That just feels true. Okay, that's interesting. So we have 4 smoking guns found. Interesting. We have 2 smoking guns found here. 6 smoking guns found here. Could we get to this point without having all the smoking guns? Yeah, 8 of 15. So there's much more about David Fellows. Because, yeah, maybe he could be a scam. We'll have to look into him more. 3 of 3. Yes, got all of those. 2 of 3. We're missing 1 lead on Flavio. We're missing 2 leads on Kim. Interesting. We've got everything about Robert and James. Interesting. Televangelist, crocodile smuggler, same difference, yes. And then, I mean, also, like, he's got red hair and he's more blonde. And this guy, I mean, this looks like father and son to me. And this looks like father and son to me. Not really here, but like, yeah, kind of. I mean, actually, like, no, the Miracle didn't have... Did Miracle have red hair? No. Do we have a young Miracle? No, he's blonde too. So I don't know, maybe he's not Guy's son, right? He's Miracle's, so who knows? But still, like, that just tracks, I think. Alright, let's look at Ruby. So there's a bunch more, so maybe we're not even really close to done. What's her name? Ruby Spratt? I grew up in foster care. See, that's the where I got, like, maybe, you know, maybe a Roottree. Mid-Eastern University. There are a few high-profile corporate-involved cases she was a part of. One was a legal consultant for a class action lawsuit against the manufacturer of steering wheel covers. Another was to help local gas station chain in the hometown of Portland. The rollout of a promotion that allowed gas station customers the ability to bet on the price of gas. The rub ends by calling her new from a double threat. The respread was featured in the Portland Telegraph when she was in high school. An article called Local Teen Making Change for Foster Care System. Grew up in the foster care system, valedictorian of a Scour, Girl Scouts. Yes, the fountain. No more 4 up on that. So there's like nothing left intuition-wise, just one thing here. That's crazy. Anonymous was a second high-profile case after Felix Fellows of a potential new Roottrie being added to the Cancer Trust. I thought it was a Roottrie. Did we look at the news time thing? I don't remember, probably though, right? Chained of Roottrie. Messenberg supported Anonymous to some parts of the story she found particularly credible. Benedict DNA test proved that Anonymous' daughter could not be related to Roottrees. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this could be an Anonymous and Chained or Roottree, I guess. Yes, smoking guns Anonymous. So yes. But how do I get any names out of this? I don't really know. Okay, we just never looked for that. Man. If you know you're making a false claim, usually you want notoriety, not to remain in the shadows, makes it more likely in your mind. Yes, that's also true. I mean, it could have also been like the other thing there is like that, you know, those parties were like swinger parties. So there's also like a chance that she had an affair with Guy, but like there could have been a different partner. I mean, she would know if there was one, I guess, and then it would maybe be that she actually doesn't know. I don't know. There are like possibilities there where she's actually just, she doesn't know who the father is. Anyway, so that could have been another reason to like not, you know, where it's like not a, you know, not a false claim, but just like she didn't know, and then that would be a reason to also stay anonymous, maybe. Anyway, so that's also still possible, because now that the DNA tests are like, you know, null and void, who knows? Just get a new DNA test. Yeah, I don't know why that's. Just do it again. It's not that hard anyway. Can't take these. It's a shame. I was just gonna put the pixelated pictures up, but I can't. It was determined through a DNA test that Anonymous' daughter was not a Roottree. This article, which did refer to her daughter as Chained or Roottree, but did not coin the phrase Anonymous, came before or that, right around the time of her first TV interview. This is a summary. An anonymous woman appeared on the cover of News Time shortly after 5 Piece was confirmed to be a member of the Roottree family. In an homage to the previous cover, she holds a photo of her daughter. Unlike 5P's, she wished to remain anonymous, and both photos were obscured. The anonymous woman claimed to have had an affair with Guy Hudson while she was working as his secretary. She and another woman were hired at the same time during a transition period, while many of the secretaries that had worked under Zack Morton were already gone. Okay, so that's actually really helpful. She says that she and the other woman were both underqualified as neither had typewriter experience. According to other staff members interviewed, Guy had his own requirements for hiring women. Yes, absolutely he did. Guy Hudson liked to throw lavish parties, and the longer he was president, the more excuses he found. The anonymous woman posits that these parties mostly seemed to be an excuse to have after parties at Guy's home, featuring much more alcohol and other substances. She claims she slept with him at one of these after parties. She confronted Guy when she found out she was pregnant. Guy didn't seem fazed, and they came to an arrangement. He paid her a significant amount of hush money on a recurring basis under the table. She used it to move away and start a new life with her daughter. Interesting. When Guy died, the money stopped coming, and she assumed things had run their course. She went back to work at the department store and hoped that nobody would ever look too closely at how she paid for her house. She told everyone that her daughter's father walked out one day and never came back. She claimed that after seeing the fantastic article in News Time, of course News Time's bringing that up as a quote, she realized that she wasn't the only one this happened to. Well, she never worked at the Roottree Company at the same time as 5P's mother. That's also good. Oh, so much good stuff here. Joanna. Their stories seemed eerily similar, and she knew Joanna was telling the truth right away. The article presented no tangible evidence of the anonymous woman's time at Roottree, and all of the payments were allegedly made in cash. However, using details that she provided to Newstime, the reporters were able to reach out to the other woman hired at the same time, who also remained anonymous. They successfully fact-checked the timeline of both women and confirmed the existence of the infamous after-parties. 5P's case was strengthened, and this news story was subsequently published. Very good. The daughter is a redhead, it's true. Guy's fertile. He is. Yes, like that's probably one of the payments is definitely, but it makes sense anyway, for that to be the case. So Guy Hudson raises Zack Morton. After years of occurrence with Lloyd Carpenter secretaries, Christine Garland is no longer working for the Roottrees. Beatrice Watts and Corinne Schwartz were hired. Lisa Lewis and Valerie Ewing were hired. And then the other part of that hint was what? Joanna never worked at the same time as Joanna. So when Joanna got hired, she was not there anymore. So we have Lisa Lewis, Valerie Ewing, Beatrice Watts, Corinne Schwartz, and then Schwartz and Watts are gone. Wait. Go away. Joanna Robertson. Where's Joanna? Joanna Robertson. '76, Joanna Fallows. 77, she was fired, or well, she moved away really. That's not that useful. I thought I was gonna rule out two of them maybe, but no, it's before. Beatrice Watts, Corinne Schwartz. I don't know where we look for you. Did you also move to Portland? I don't know. I think we looked for all of these names before. When choice comes up in a few articles from local news stations in Pennsylvania, some of the people attempting to track down a woman were harassing her. She recently had to take a leave of absence because people showed up at the car dealership where she works. She's begging people to stop the accusations so that she can get back to a normal life. In every article you find, the journalists involved have independently verified that she's not a naughty mom. Okay, so that she's not it. So would that make Beatrice Watts who we're looking for? Maybe, maybe not. Is all wearing scrubs? Where is it? There. Could be. Can't really tell what's in the background. Hard to say.